Hey, what's going on? So I'm here to break down this track that I made today. It's sounding super dope. So the first thing I added in this track is this sound that's right here on the first track here. So this sound sounds like this. So it's just a pretty simple sound. It kind of plays like an arpeggio. You can see it's single notes right there. And I'm going to show you the plugin I used. I used an Alchemy. I used a patch called 12 strings. It sounds like this. It's just like a guitar sound that I used there. And then next what I did was I added another sound down here, which is this sound here, which is another Alchemy. The patch that I used was called the Antarctic Sun. So these are basically chords that I just added onto the track just to kind of make the track sound super dope. So I added some chords and they sound like this. Just a simple chord like that. And then next up, what I threw in was this right here, which is like a bass sound, which sounds like this. So if I play back with all the other sounds, sounds like that. So that was my first bass, just kind of the bass that comes in on the first section of this track, like right here, around this section right here. And then I also have a second bass, which is like a sub bass that I also threw in right here, that you can see right here. This is the second bass that I added. So here are the notes. This is what it looks like. So it's just a sustaining bass, a sub bass that I added on. Just like that. It's super simple. So I tried to syncopate the notes a little bit so that they don't play on beat all the time. And I'm sure you can hear that the automation is also opening up a little bit as it's going up. So it's just the cut off that I'm opening up a little bit. Well, half is not a little bit, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. So just to let it become brighter the more it opens up. And then the next sound that I added was this sound right here. So this is just like a drone sound that's just holding. You can see it's just one note. You can see all these notes are just one note. So it's just like a drone note that is just holding the whole time. So again, it's Alchemy and the patch is called Aquaphonics. So that's the patch that I added there. So it's just a drone note sustaining through the whole track. And then the next thing I added in here was this sound right here. It's kind of like a lead sound. I just wanted to throw in something that can sound really cool. It's from the plugin ES2 and the patch is called Fresh R&B. So it's a R&B patch since it's called Fresh R&B, but that's what I threw in there. And then the next sound that I threw in here was the string sound here. That's like a guitar sound that I found in Alchemy right here. That's how it sounds on its own. Alchemy has amazing sounds. Like, I'm really surprised that this is a stock plugin and it has these kind of high quality sounds. And then next what I added was this sound here, right here in the beginning. The sound is also in Alchemy and it's called Arctic Noise Lead. So that's the sound that I threw in there. So it's just playing right there every time, like at the beginning of the 4 bars, that's when it plays, and then it just plays these notes. Just like that. And then it waits until the next start of the next 4 bars. And then the next and last instrument that I threw in here was this sound that's right here at the, like almost at the end, like when the track comes back in from kind of like the break, if you can call it that, was this sound here. The patch is called Falling Stars. I love that it's super soft and it has a lot of delay in it. And it's also an Alchemy patch called Falling Stars, as I said before, and it sounds super nice. At first I wanted something super harsh, but then I felt, you know, the whole track has just been harsh. The sounds have been harsh. I need something just to kind of give a feeling of, you know, being relaxed, but also adding a little bit of a difference, because you can see this sound is only showing up like right here at the end of the track. It's not really showing up. It just only plays right here at the end. It doesn't show up in the beginning of the track, so it just makes this place special. And you can see that I also took off these two sounds. They are no longer playing at this section here. So if you want me to make an arrangement video, I can show you what kind of went to the arrangement and how I approached this kind of arrangement. And then the next thing I added was obviously drums. So my drums sound like this. I'm gonna start playing my drums here. So that's like a filtered drum loop, but that's my drums right there. So this is like a drum loop. Nice and simple drum loop. But if you look at the automation, I automated like just the EQ so that it can just change around this section here, because I wanted the EQ to kind of high pass like that. And then it starts to open up as the track is building back up, right? So it's opening up nice and slow right here on this section right here. And just as the bass is about to kick back in, it starts to close back again. And it starts to close and close and close and close up until it's gone, up until silence. And then it resets back. And then the next thing I added was some percussion. So I threw in some percussion around this section here. Let me just turn off this. So it's just like a percussion loop that I throw in there just to really give my track a nice full sound, you know, because you want these kinds of beats to sound really nice and full of life, full of percussion. And that's what I added. So another one that I also added was also like another percussion. That one right there. So I added this one and that one. And then I also have this effect sound that I have here. That's like the Boomer FX. That's a very funny name. So if I can just solo this sound effect on its own, it sounds like this. That's what it sounds like, right? Something that I really enjoyed that I added in this track was right here at the kind of like a break section where it kind of drops again back into the main groove of the track, where it comes back in again. I added like a fill that I found there in Apple Loops. So I'm just gonna play this section here so you can hear how it sounds. So this is the sound I'm talking about. Just like that. Listen to that, bro. That sounds super dope. That sounds super dope, right? And then the next thing I also added like an atmospheric sound, which is just some atmosphere that I added just to add some atmosphere to the track. It's a cafe general chatter atmosphere. So it's just, you know, cafe chatter. It's nothing. It's just people living their life just like that. And what I did is I EQ'd the low frequencies out, and then I shelved out a little bit of the high frequencies, and then I also added a delay to it so that it can have a little bit of some delay. So I just added some delay, and then I also added reverb after the delay, and then I shelved out the low frequencies and the high frequencies of the reverb. So I added some reverb after the delay so that, you know, I can kind of make it feel deep and spacious and that kind of thing. So I think it sounds really cool. And then the last sound that I added was just an effect. So it was just this effect that comes in like just one time. It's just like a splash of an effect, just like that. because I didn't want to repeat the same effects that I had used on the other sections, like this boomer effect here. So I just dropped it in. So that's all the sounds that I added here. But if I turn on the automations, you can literally see how much I've automated some of these sounds. Like I automated a lot, and you can actually start to feel the automation work because the automation is a part of the arrangement. So you can see here I automated this sound, and then I automated this sound here, and then that one, and here by the drums I automated this loop here so that it can kind of change a little bit. And then when it comes to this loop here, I just automated right here in the beginning for the volume so that it builds up instead of just, you know, jumping in and then just, you know, abruptly just coming in just like that. I just wanted to build it up. So I think I'll probably do more automation to this track just to make everything move around. But I'm really proud of the automation I did here. I thought it was nice because at first what I did was this line here, this line that you're seeing right here, it went down and then closed all the way down. But I kind of liked how it closed all the way up, just kind of to hesitate a little bit, just to keep it super fresh. Let me know what you think about this track, what I did. If you like this breakdown, and if you enjoyed this track, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop this video a like, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I have a video that's on screen right now that you can check out if you want to watch more of my productions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I'm X, and I'm out. Peace.